Necros.
Though, as always, they're hybrid elf-human things, aren't they?
Hey,
Their
Flicky.
blockers are particularly undeveloped, which is surprising to see.
Yeah, they have that.
The Knights, the Glory Boys.
Yeah,
so
that's
easy to score on them.
Especially that they have that 84 movement 9 blitzer knight.
Yeah.
The rowdiest of the rowdy. And a pommel.
You say that. The problem is that because of that, he's got room for little else. Other than that, he's blodge sidestep. Well, woo.
It's good one turner.
Yeah, he's very, very fast and agile, but he's a lot of TV sat around during the rest of the drive. It'd be interesting to see how effectively he manages to use him when not one turning with him.
He's the ball carrier, I will bet you, so not really efficient.
Yes, I mean much more on defense.
Yeah, on the defense. You know, and the problem is you cannot, again, and with the amount of tackle mighty blow.
He's a human catcher, isn't he? He's your out ball. He's your constantly there to catch it, I suppose. Yeah. But I'd want the AG4 in doing a job as well.
We do have the whiz.
Up the ball, for example. Yes, there is a wizard, isn't there, for the glorious knights? Well, exactly. So pair that with AG4, and that should be
at least a
something
thing
he should be trying to do. Yeah.
But he cannot, again, because it's so important piece. And Crystal have a amount of a tackle mighty blow and some pylon himself, so you cannot also.
No, you can't put it at risk. I mean, it's going to be cagey, isn't it? Unless one of these teams suddenly starts getting on top of the other, and of the two, you'd think the human have that option. Particularly if they can create an early fail or get through some of the AV7 and start outnumbering the Brettonians. But the Brettonians are not without their own tools. I mean, a lot of Fen means they are positionally very able to control what goes on. And the Knights are incredibly tough to tie down, and of course, spit and laugh in the face of ogres. Dauntless is much more effective than people think it is, particularly on a piece without frenzy restriction.
Sorry. I like your answer, Ali. Yeah, in general I find Brett's quite interesting because it's a weird hybrid team. Quite enjoyed. I played them a bit in League and quite enjoyed it. Getting one of your peasant hit for free is maybe not the best in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why. It's about controlling the position, but it is only it's only a wrestle piece, isn't it? I'm not that terrified by it.
No, but in theory, all adds up.
And it's controlling probably the most sacrificeable piece as well in terms of putting an assist in for a hit elsewhere. But whilst it's a very rowdy human team, it does lack a strength 4 hitter. So,
yeah, but as
hit and retreat piece.
Yeah, I think the assist pieces here is clearly the stand firm and the ogre and the block guard ogre.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Come and stand firm in. I don't.
Is this about rescuing the line of scrimmage next turn? Yeah, even pushing one free this turn to get it back. I mean, there's a nice follow-up hit after this as well. Okay. This is super rowdy.
That's
I'd missed the frenzy.
I was about to say, yeah, now you need to pile on.
Now we have to pile on to stay safe.
And get the KO.
Well, what a wonderful sequence of events, yeah. Well, I hated everything about that. I mean, I don't love piling on without claw.
No, but when he was standing there, it kind of made sense.
Good job there, and the push through was lovely.
Yeah, and now it's getting hit by. Now the OV7 is getting hit by Mighty Blow instead.
Yeah, absolutely. That was fantastic. That was the real upside of the movement.
And that pylon might be fouled.
Oh, that might be my favourite pylon of weeks. I mean, it got the piece safer than it was. It might be foul, but down a man fouling it is questionable, and the Ogre's now doing a really good job in tying up some obvious foul assists
Yeah.
and or duels.
And his wrestle is going.
And the Mighty Blade deserved a lot better for that push through.
Yeah.
And it's even more isolated a bit of the.
Whoop. And his pylon is stuck in a bad spot as well now to get gang fouled if he cannot rescue it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it's
And he rescued a little bit of his line of scrimmage, not actually by moving them, but by removing all of the Brettonians. Very successful turn.
Yeah, it was quite rowdy into one dice, but it turned out being blocky.
Yeah, I mean, it's the kind of time in a game where you can afford to take that huge risk. I mean, it's not a huge risk, but, risk. Because if it goes wrong, there is time to see if it can be sorted out. If you pull something like that on, say, turn 6, and it goes wrong, then you create, absolutely you are the orchestra of your doom. You've created the problem that will lead to them scoring. But perhaps this early in a half, it could be an absolute drive changer. I mean, that's halted this Brettonian momentum completely. Devastated that attack up the right side. Hence, they've moving to the left to try and outmuscle this Ogre somehow. And that just isn't a good plan.
What are we? Are we
Exactly
fretting? Are we fretting it? I think we're fretting. Are we like? Are we doing just we're doing like a silent screen?
Yeah, I think we're coming around the mountain with the blitzer. Here we go. Oh, we're dauntlessing the Ogre off to create enough pieces to make the scream. Well, it fails, but the one die works. We're going full rowdy. We're following up,
and
then we're going to hit. Then we're going to hit with the peasant.
Yep. But that's okay. You got the
we've
guard
got the pace to get all the way up into there.
But
oof.
But that's.
I mean, I like it. It's very aggressive, but I like it.
I guess you have the whiz as well.
Yeah, I mean, because you are super exposed to the whiz, so you need to be. I mean, you really can't afford. It's very unlikely you're going to be able to sort of reverse this field. Get behind the Brettonian team with enough strength to stall up. The minute you do that, they're going to be on you.
Yeah.
So.
But he's going to be. You've put the stand firm more in the middle between the two knights, the two blockers, and blitz the top blocker and put 2 tackle dudes and 2 guard tackle dudes in on that.
Yeah, you can certainly. The front of this screen is very, very assaultable. But to do that, you also now abandon where you were strong, where there's 2 on the ground and 1 standing.
If you do that, yeah.
So they're going to get back involved. Plus, this is an AG4.
Yeah.
Ridiculous piece. It's, you remember you're defending against an elf that's easily in range.
Yeah, you kind of wanted to either burn a reroll or score, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I think forcing him in is probably the best.
Okay, so we're going straight on, not from the top.
Best outcome here. Yeah, I mean, if you've got they've got frenzy pieces, they have to find the angles to use them, don't they?
It's no, the frenzy piece is used.
Oh, the frenzy piece has moved. Yeah, I see.
Okay, so we only put in one.
Client updated slowly, slower on the red symbol.
Like you said, we're probably not stopping him anyway if we want to go for it.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking. I mean, you just can't throw a reroll at that, but it's still heartbreaking, that 1 in 9.
Yeah.
And you can't take Wrestle. It's Wrestle doing a fabulous job defensively there.
Well, that's some guard, some stand firm annoyance. You might still.
Yeah.
I don't hate throwing in a new
okay.
foul. And you still get enough players to can throw a new pretty good foul on that jumping up piece. And that's because it's the last tackle piece. Oh, I don't know. We need to go there. I kind of want to hold the middle with him.
Because otherwise, that we were good.
Ooh, but now we can put the other one into the
Otherwise,
middle
the
instead.
ball was a 2+ from scored.
Yeah.
I do think that had to go in.
Yeah.
And it all worked out fine.
And he might still go for the score just to try to get his tackle pieces back.
Yeah, certainly it's... I mean, it's going to be very, very difficult to see what other options there are here. The scores, I mean, it's a question of how difficult you want it to be. There are ways of getting... at the moment, I think the best I've done is... oh, no, that piece did change it, because I forgot that was sidestep.
Sidestep
it's
and
getting
stand
very,
firm.
very tough.
You need the 5 if you go on the outside now. You need a yellow thing that guards, and the guard stand firmer if you go for it.
So then it's just 2. Then it's a 2+. But
or you can just pass it. It's just trees.
I mean, if you go with a wrestler on him, it's a 4+, isn't it?
Yeah, but going with
And
the wrestler is a bit.
other...
But the wrestler is a bit problematic. You need 2 assists to make that. Oh, you need to dodge the other one out, which is an extra 3+.
No, the one at the back.
The
one
1,
he's just
2,
wasted.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Just a single die on Luigi on the edge. 50% ball.
Oh,
by
yeah.
2+.
Yeah, but that's not happening now.
No, it was the first piece he moved, and to me,
oh yeah,
that was
you wanted to take the 1 dice.
I was going to do a 1 die blitz.
Yeah, you want.
Or it's 3+ for it, but I mean, the problem with the 2 die blitz is you block your own place. So
yeah.
1 die blitz needing a 3+, 4+, because they're both down or either pound works. And then it's a 2+ to score, but this looks tricky.
I don't think he. I think
3+, 2+. Just
I think
go
he's
around the edge.
trying to just stabilize in the middle.
Trying to stabilize and stall.
Oh, but that wrestle is.
Yeah, well, that's why wrestle I've always said, isn't it? It's brilliant defensively, as we saw last turn. But this turn we see its weakness offensively because you're now on the ground.
But both down
have
been.
Up.
But the problem is both down has potentially been even worse though, because then you could have tried to block that dude off, and then you had a free access to the ball.
Yeah.
So.
Two guards on him. It was still, it would have caused a lot of pressure for them to work that.
I'm just taking the 2 dice uphill. It's 10% to fail with a reroll. I got block, he doesn't.
Yeah, true.
That's 10% with a reroll. I'll take that every day in the world to get a free 2 dice on the ball carrier. And it's like 70% to work without spending the rerolls.
Yeah, you do have the personnel around to get that, and the ball carrier is also.
But it's not an option.
Yeah, you could have got the tackle.
Yeah, you could have get guard and tackle in.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father Smith.
You're right. It had to go down or away.
Go away, or I shall taunt you a second time.
It's been worse. Like a push had been terrible.
No.
On that block pushes. Let's see.
And I don't like this position for the Brettonians. I actually thought trying to score and get some pieces back made some sense. I think here they're just going to get yet more pressure. Now, we've still got enough speed and agility that if there's any hole in this defence, we can just spring through and score from here.
Yeah, that's the key thing with them, right? Evening, Mark. Welcome to the game. And I don't, like, it's not... If he just have to burn at least a reroll on the score, I think Chonda might be alright with him scoring, still.
I think stopping the humans is going to be equally hard for the Brettonians.
Yeah, that's the thing with those catchers. Oh, cannot. That's a dead guard.
Yeah, I mean it's a useful piece, but it's probably not worth throwing an apothecary out
It's
against.
definitely not. If you look at the boys in here, he's dead.
Yeah. There's a lot of very, very aggressive humans on the pitch.
I think I got a. I got a
Suddenly the
purple.
Brettonians are 3 men down.
I got a purple hat. A purple stuff. It's got some lovely emotes for my.
Advertising my channel and my emotes. Yes, the purple rip.
I will just put it out here. It's the only channel I pay to subscribe to.
God bless you.
It's the
You're a
only
kind
channel I
brother.
ever paid to actually to ever subscribe to, and I even paid for people to subscribe to it.
Yes, me too. I'm proud to be top of your gift sub donation chart.
Yeah, this is. I do kind of
Although,
Elias.
admittedly, that
It was a pretty easy win.
it was.
Yeah, I do kind of look forward to the dog. Ali Ryder has tasked me to play some humans this season, and I haven't actually never. I played some humans in map style, but
Right.
I played Bretts in League, but I never played humans in like League style. So I'm kind of looking forward to trying that.
They're I mean they are brilliant, but also at times frustrating.
It sounds like playing Amazons.
It is a bit. I mean, there are similarities. There's less positional fluidity.
Yeah.
I mean, with Amazons, you don't want to be dodging. That's the irony of it. They're just not as good at it as people think they are. But at least you can. With humans, you really, really don't.
What's the tiebreaker? Yeah, that's a good question. Oh yeah, you are.
Now, that's a very bad position to be in, isn't it? You've got to now
Yes.
dodge off. Yeah. Oh. And we're going right around the outside. Okay.
But we're staying.
We're staying next to a wrestle piece, no matter whether this was a knockdown. Because we are. And that's all I've got to say about that.
Yeah, there's some guard and some other stuff there.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, you're going to have to get some assists there to help it out. But perhaps there's a foul incoming.
but you also is pretty exposed for
Are
tackle
we
around the
going to
corner.
watch the legendary peasant AG2
Oh,
foul
cheers!
dodge incoming?
Cheers so much.
To be honest, I'd love it if we are. He's cock all use where he is right now. In fact, he actually helps because you can stop the frenzy being such a problem. Yeah, he did try the dodge. And even his body just gets in the way a little.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think you need to take that wrestle hit though.
No, I think he's hosed. I think he can come around the outside.
PC, you're trailing now. Cheers so much for the subs, Rodix. It's much appreciated. For the gift stuffing around to
Relax.
Paul KO and and we had a follow as well. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate. Yeah, that's always running out of spaces to run if this goes bad now.
Me,
That's a problem.
Relax. That's just me.
It's a good competition. Huh?
That's one I can't really afford to play in very much.
No, it's fine. It's let's be honest. It's not like I'm. Apple had to come in. I think. Yeah, he's He's getting beaten up too much. I don't hate that. They need to. They know if they win the game, then it's really bad for us to win the season. So I'm pretty sure Ori was looking at doing a power sub anyway on the Apple.
Are they a key competitor for champions?
They're not really. They'll not have a great season, but I'm sure Tom Snizzle and Ori and all the rest will love it to stop us from winning the season.
Oh, I'm sure they would. Right, here we
Oh.
come. Let's bang this ball.
Gets him on the reroll. And
Yeah.
he's probably not sidestepping because that will just make it too easy for the catcher to pick it up.
Yeah, the actual hole he was pushed into is probably the best place for it to go. Oof.
But he's stunned. And that guy is going to need to do some
Yeah,
miracle work.
he's got some problems. Old Vigente.
Yeah, but that's a possibility with Stefan and CJ. The two laying down could open a path straight forward. So Chunda needs to be aware of that. Yeah, he's coming in for the same reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a little bit of a down season as well. But let's be honest, you will still love it to stop us from winning. Even
It's difficult to know what to mark because there's so little left.
yeah.
But what there is in slightly dangerous positions. And of course, they technically still have the ball.
And I kind of play Dark Elf as a bully team anyway, which also sometimes gets them killed. Yeah, so he is going, trying to free up some real estate.
Yeah,
It's just hard.
Yeah, I don't foresee this as being a particularly.
Yeah, that's
I
the
mean,
thing.
you could follow up and take the 4+. That's probably about the
Yeah, so now
cleanest
we got
away you can get.
4+3+ to get free. Oh,
Yeah,
are you
it's
trying to? Oh,
pretty
no, that's the ogre.
awful.
Oh, that's the.
There's the
I
Dauntless
forgot.
Fire on the ogre. Yeah, no, that's nice.
That work could
Shame
have been a
there.
3+. That's a good play. I like that ogre.
Yeah, that was lovely.
I might be able to kill back. You say might. I play Necro, and it's not always I'm killing anything with those.
And now I think it's the 4+4+.
You kind of need to take the
Oh,
4+4+, don't you?
Yeah, you so do, don't you?
But on the other hand, if you stay, if that fails, that you might as well. You might have. No, okay, we're going for the touchdown. I think 4+4+, and try to pass it out and score. I don't really hate it because it doesn't get worse than it already is, does it? Really?
Yeah, I mean, even if you made the 4+4+, you were still being hunted down next turn, weren't you? Yeah. His pieces are faster and more manoeuvrable. There was nowhere to go. So, yeah, this is all bad for Orielensis right now. All just a matter of how Chunter finishes this off. What is his push order? And he starts by knocking him into the teeth of all of the most violent of his men. And there's the ball. Simplicity itself to clear the final tackle zone.
Two tackle zones, right?
Oh, yes.
The ogre has 3 dice. And if that fails, you can blitz. I think I'll be greedy and take the 3 dice, because then you can tackle hit.
Yeah, I
Liesel
kind of
instead.
think I would too.
You can be greedy. I think it's okay to be greedy here.
It just slightly solves a messy situation as well, even on the push. At least clarifies the position. And on the fail, it's no worse, as long as, I mean, as in activation fail.
Yeah, now you can go for the last night, the night standing, and potentially gang foul the really good player.
Yes, yeah, I don't hate that.
He got the bench, and you already. And it's really bad if he end up scoring. If it's only 1 KO roll for the KOs. Did he take it back? Get it back? Nope.
No, brutal. I mean, to the point where you don't even desperately need to secure the ball this turn.
No, but you got 2.
I mean, you
2
should,
plus
but
80.
you don't need to. Yeah. Sure hands fires though.
Yep. And now we just get the ball away. So
Yeah. It is
to
gone, Daddy, gone. That is what that catcher was sat there waiting to do.
Yeah, it's also
He was
having
always the assist of last resort and the out ball.
having
Careful
a
micromanaging of his
80. He
position.
got that 84 throw and 84 catcher is also pretty rowdy.
That's a beautiful pair. Changes how the humans can play. Not that passing should be a first resort.
Oh, and it's another KO.
Oh.
Oh my, that's a send
There's
off
going to
though.
be a
Finally,
big set of rolls, isn't it?
yeah, but a bad KO now, and the whiz, even the whiz is pointless. Oh fuck! Are you?
Oh yeah, I didn't consider that it was. I mean, I'd rather try and turn him over in the second half than find a way of turning this over now.
Yeah,
This is a
if
lot
it's
closer.
me, I'm even I'm dodging that peasant just to not get mighty blow hit now, and just staying down.
I've got 5 on the pitch. Yeah, I think that's probably the case.
Uh,
I'd rather be hit by the grass than by a human. Although, you know, the
no,
blitz and
yeah,
run away isn't the end of the world either.
no, I've missed. He was actually able to move.
Okay.
Not anymore. Killing.
Running in the wrong direction,
Kill.
but there we are.
Helmut's young brother. It was overtime until 2 seasons ago, I think, and they changed it to be just having draws being apart. We actually coming down back. I don't know why. Yeah, I think it's. Oh, he's going. He's not giving up. I must
Oh,
give over
wow.
that.
Is this ball pressure to try and make him score and give himself 2 turns to try and score back?
But he's just running it back into a cage of humans now.
Well, he certainly should.
If he doesn't just kill that blitzer zum Snizzle. Yeah, that the overtime gone is was the best change they made to clan ever. It also means it's so much nicer scheduling stuff that you know more exactly how long it takes. And
I'm just fetching a drink. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
oh, he didn't get him, so. Yeah, I really don't understand why the catcher was running forward, I must admit. I've been running it back and caging it up if that blitz failed. Yeah, exactly, Notorious. That's you can actually schedule it. 111 executed. And overtime was shit for so many reasons besides that. But I guess it's. So now we got a canoeing thread. Yeah, I like it. It just adds to the whole. It fits with the rest of the. With the whole flow of the tournament. Yeah, then you're up to getting beaten for 8 turns more. Oh. doesn't get it in the first go, but he gets it! And he gets the POW! I have no clue why Chunder left him alone. Oh,
Yeah, I come back to a somewhat ridiculous. How did it get to this?
Okay, so Chunder decided to run down to the corner, and then he blitzed and failed to get the yellow.
Dear.
So now we're risking a crowd push. I have no clue why he did try to cover it in with the throw, but he failed his dodge. And a go for it. Oh, there was a go for it. He failed. So now he needs a yellow on the dices he's getting.
Yep.
Otherwise, he might actually does 2 canoring threats in the line. Yeah, it's Ori. It's a Tus, yeah. And Steph B. That's a good clan. Hey, Steph.
Plus side, we've got wrestle or tackle options. Personally, I would always prefer tackle. But
Yeah, and he got Mighty Blow, so it's Chun, so there's no doubt. Yeah, Tus is playing the Dark Elf. Steph is playing Chaos Dwarfs. I know that by experience. Since I had to play them in my Amazons. Always a lovely dovely.
good safe markups.
Yeah, at least make it harder
Yeah.
if you don't
Okay.
get the yellow on the 4
Now,
dice
which
this
way
time.
do you hit this?
The same way.
Because
Oh, we're
yeah,
not.
that's the way I hit it.
Okay. Okay, I don't hate. So he's going just to that sidestep, that's tackle, that's stand firm. Oh my.
The sidestep needs reinforcing with the other piece, doesn't it?
It's a 1 dice, and you cannot hit it. If you want to score, you need to do the blitzes out. I wonder if you actually put it in to stop him from just doing the dodges off the side. Yeah, I think you. Oh,
Yeah, I'm more worried about getting the ball back than about him scoring. I don't
yeah,
think he's
you're
gonna
right.
score.
Actually, the problem.
So the question is, how do I keep him from leaving?
Yeah, but he's going
And
to
this
leave
makes
anyway.
this makes it red dice at least.
Yeah.
Which means there's a great chance of a push, and I get to choose where, which makes it harder for him to leave with the ball.
I think you either you're just going to pass it, or you dodge to the corner and hope to fail, so you can hopefully scatter it out and far away. But I would probably do the pass. Go for the touchdown. Pass it to Steph
to
B.
the guy straight in front to Steph B. Yeah.
Then Steph
and
B can dodge out
3+
and hand off to
for a
begin
4+
to.
handover for a 3+ to score.
Oh, even
that could have been.
Well, that could have been a blitz and make it easier.
I was going to say it's a bit odd that wasn't the blitz. I thought that he was positioned badly.
Okay, so now we're dodging through and making the handoff, and then the pass instead, I guess.
I guess.
Oh no, we're just getting hits.
Okay.
So we're not scoring.
So we're trying to fail a dodge, or we're dodging to the corner and hoping to get surfed.
We didn't.
Dodging to the corner and hoping to get surfed. I think.
Yeah, we are getting served because there's. It takes least players.
Yeah.
So I will just serve and hope that one of the 80 souls can get it.
Comes the surf. How far does this ball go?
Why are you not following up? Oh.
This could be gone now.
Nope, it's back.
No, back it comes.
And
perfect, just perfect.
But why didn't
his choice of scoring options with AG4?
But why didn't we follow up? Because if that guy catching the ball where he is will have been catastrophic. If you followed up,
no,
at least
you're right. Then if he catches it, it's a touchdown. So at least it reduces one bad option on the field.
That was.
You and your 0.01% score.
Have you not? You tried that one where it ends up on the only player that's moved, right?
Yes, of course. So I always try and mitigate against it, and you're right. You should have followed up for that reason.
There was no downside to the follow-up, really.
No, none at all.
It will also, yeah. Gets the ball, runs it in. And now the exciting part is those 4 KOs.
Yeah, decide whether there's a game at all in the second half, because the humans have the ball and the touchdown.
Oh,
And the Arsenal lost and won, which is confusing.
That was 2 back and 3 back, and it was all the good ones, so we definitely have a game.
Yeah, we do. Oh, yes, we do.
That was a little bit of good luck back to Ore finally.
So now technically all he's down is a guard peasant, isn't it? Because it's only another peasant that's off.
I think...
so this is pretty much his A team. Short guard that isn't coming back.
Yeah, Chanto should have done a blitz. No, he's chopping. Yep.
Yeah, this is odd. I mean, I understand exactly where he's going for. It's anything that blitzes isn't going to be able to get effectively back and save. Anything that blitzes and piles on is then going to be absolute fodder to be kicked in the face, although there's not really a piece to kick it with. And it's also deep enough that if the humans do try and pile straight down a wing, it can get back in front of that attack. But still, as the humans, if any kind of ball position allows it, I would be setting up to try and pile down a wing, because there's no threat to my backfield here. And if I can go 2-0, I've won the game, and then I can just look at player preservation.
Yeah,
turns. I mean, you always have flexibility in mind with an offensive setup. Okay, so there, it's probably the wrong side to go straight down a wing. Although ball straight to hand. I mean, interestingly, this setup is what I use if it's an offset defense like this on the line of scrimmage, but much closer up to the line. This is the one I use because it's a good anti-blitz defense. I mean,
but the blitz was not really.
It also covers the perfect defense over to the other side. But with him set so deep defensively, the blitz wasn't really a huge worry.
Yeah.
So I think this slightly didn't look to take advantage of that deep setup.
Yeah, I think now instead, I think I will be looking and playing it a bit slower and making sure that's not a good fireball and just getting in range and score. But try to make it not a good fireball. Or like a good option for Oi to get back into the game.
Yes, I mean, the problem with the not good fireball is that screams screen. And screens are very, very vulnerable to lightning bolting the ball carrier.
But if you have a 84
punching a single hole through and passing it back out.
Yeah, but if you have 84 with 84, that's still also not.
Yeah, remember he's got AG4 move 9.
Yeah,
to fetch anything he bolts down. That's the concern.
Yeah, of course it is. But it doesn't matter. We're going in for the attack.
Yeah, well, it's another reason to get forward as quickly as possible, because if you can get anything in range, then I wouldn't hate a 3+ to win this game and just get it done.
Yeah, I'm about to say, with the amount of takeouts it's made again.
Yeah.
It's.
I mean, stalling becomes an option, but it's also, as you said, while the whiz is around, it's a liability as well. I quite like not having to worry. And at 2-0, I wouldn't worry. I'd not be casual, but I wouldn't worry.
Oh, it's rejoicing.
And another stun. Yeah, this is a hugely dominant position.
And there was much rejoicing.
thinking about if that fireball comes, what would it do, where would it go? And then presenting him a lovely fireball target. That's slightly odd.
I wonder if he's taking it, because if it's a good fireball, he could take the ball and run back into a cage, like you said.
Yep. Or if it's a great fireball, you can take the ball and run through this line and cage the other side of it.
Yeah.
If it takes down the front two, or either one and the ball carrier.
Yeti won. Yeah, you did, Exum. Surely you try it. Yeah.
It's quite tempting. I do think it's probably
Oh,
it's not
the
ideal,
ball's
but it's
down.
too tempting to tie up. He
Hey,
went one to the left of the ball carrier.
And,
That's interesting. It's
but
against two more aggressive pieces rather than the two front edges of the cage.
but 2 KOs and a
And a stun. Wow, it's huge. It's a huge bolt of doom from the heavens. Completely altering the perspective of this match. That ball is now on the ground behind a very thin screen. This is exactly what I was talking about with the bolt, isn't it?
Yeah, now that's the reason I don't particularly like him going for actually that hit in the backfield. You couldn't have stayed in the middle with everybody instead of this.
Yeah. You could also have been a little further back.
This seems unnecessary risk.
The thing with AG4 is that you can save a few steps of movement by throwing the ball. So you could have been, 3 steps further back and still been in easy range of getting it to any of those humans up top left.
I made sure, that everybody was not in the fireball range. And forced it into a bolt instead and more dice.
I suppose at best you could say you were baiting the fireball. Well done. I think you slightly overbaited the trap.
So now he needs
a 2+. Oh, I see. Now the humans need.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out, what they need to do, because this is
bring their wrestler round.
He shouldn't be free to move, should he?
He shouldn't, but there's a chance he is left on a 3+, 2+2+. With an assist from the other side, but as the Brettonians, I'm basically building a cage where that ball is. It's going to take me a few go for it, but I'll pump them in if I need to.
Yeah, you tricked him into a good fireball and he fell for it head first.
Yeah, I don't know why that first one went to the side.
Going for the hit on the frenzy.
Yeah, I don't see that as a huge priority for me. But
yeah, it was maybe too bit rowdy for Chonda going. Surely you're going to do the 2. Okay, he's.
Well, if you were thinning the line of scrimmage to do this feint up the left side, you needed to keep the ball in a much more defensive position. If you were baiting the fireball, you needed to keep more resources around to recover if it came as it did.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, exactly. That's
doing both on the same term was a bit of an overstretch. I mean, it still shouldn't have gone as wrong as it did, but it did. So, hence, it wasn't, impossible.
And now you need to figure a way to probably just make sure that it doesn't end in a draw, because we need to win. Chonda knows he needs to win it. Why are we... I guess we can
chain that push. Seems to be going the wrong way.
No, we can chain push to stand firmer back. That seems a lot of will to go for that to get a 6+ on the hit.
I mean, the problem with going with the wrestle was there wasn't much of a upside. It was just about bringing that frenzy piece back vaguely relevant. Because now we're not even doing the dodge to hit after the push fail.
No, we're blitzing with Okra.
Yeah. Well, that's a terrible, terrible plan.
And it, are we just moving Okra? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again? We could have hit.
With the okay, it's a 3+. And then
and they get hurt instead.
2 died naked. Okay, well, that's not the worst thing in the world. I'm not even sure it's worth pumping it in, is it?
I'm not. You need to have
As to why he didn't sidestep
He's want to stall it.
into a... Yeah, well, I'd have sidestepped just still forwards to the side of the one that hit me to give an assist to blitz that one off and run away, but...
I'm not sure he's running away. All these players is up in that corner. I think he might just go up to that side. It's blitzing the human lineman and doing like Kate's inside, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
In theory, it's a draw. Like a draw means the game is still the round is still online. So you could use a win, but a draw will look good for them compared to for us. And compared to how much down in the back he was, a draw is kind of a win for him here.
Yeah, absolutely. Until that brutal wizard, this game was only heading one way, wasn't it?
Yeah. But he do need to be careful he doesn't get sucked into the same as he did in the first half. Because he's still not up in numbers or anything, so the humans can still get on top of him.
No, and he still displayed some slightly fightier tendencies than I think he should have been. Again, I think he hasn't quite resolved himself to the fundamental question that faces every Blood Bowl coach when you sit down against anything. Am I the elf or am I the orc in this match? And I have a feeling the Brettonians were much more the elf, and they've tried to be a little bit too orc for me at times. I mean, that said, even elves should sometimes be the orc on a turn-to-turn basis, but you get to my point.
Yeah, when it works. The other half of the time where the fireball hits nobody. Like Elliot's fireball, he made a 4-man fireball in a similar situation and it hit 0 out of 4 down.
Yeah, I've hit 0 of 6. I've literally done a 0 of 6.
Yeah. We
and
all
people say
wonder.
they're the most diced man in Blood Bowl. How dare they?
The only thing funny about Elliot's thing was in the turn before he had a situation where he could have made a better fireball. And didn't for some reason.
I don't know if you noticed, by the way, that Jimmy's upped his game.
Not.
I think it's the pressure of new streamers, but yeah, he started destroying consumer electronics live on stream.
Oh, I did see that clip though.
I don't know how anyone can keep up with that sort of performance.
That's performance art live.
I think next you should go for a microwave. I bloody hate microwaves. I'd pay good money to see one of those smashed up.
And they finally, the Brett's armor is starting to hold up as well.
Yeah, it's hard to see how the humans turn this around from here.
I
mean, last turn I just think they weighed too much on the ogre and on moving pieces the wrong way to try and free up pieces that even then, there was a 50% chance it wasn't freed up. And when it didn't, I felt we needed to dodge some pieces back just to pressure this ball into scoring.
Yeah, exactly.
Let alone into recovering it. We don't seem to have bothered about that, really.
And
we relied on a couple of half chances, and when they didn't come off, the total of pressure added was 0.
Yeah, exactly, because he needs... But on the other hand, it's not Crystal doesn't... Okay. Crystal doesn't need that many turns to score with the 284 pieces either.
No, so we just need to get some pressure on them. But, we need the pressure to get critical so they score. And now, actually, weirdly, this turn's going so well, it looks like it is critical and they will have to score. And I was just lamenting that it hadn't worked, and now he's sprung it into perfect action. That stun has changed it entirely.
And yeah, Dio has a point. You can add smashing kitchen appliances for channel points to your channel.
I think there's a future in playing Blood Bowl, and when you get ragey, for those that do, smashing up consumer electronics as I think that's.
What about Flicky? I could see him destroy something.
Absolutely, Flicky could actually kill people live on air. when his Blood Bowl angst got too much. And I'm pretty certain on the Onion router or something, there's a market for that. There's, Snuff BB.
It's not BB.
I'm tempted to do a parody where, after a turn of terrible dice, I rip a piece of paper.
Oof. I generally like destroying cardboard. It makes me. It's slightly therapeutic, destroying boxes from Amazon, from parcels and stuff like that. Ripping them apart. I quite like that.
Yeah, you shouldn't tell people that's your hobby. it just elicits pity, Core.
No, I didn't say it's a hobby. I just say I enjoyed it. It gives me a funny satisfaction. And it also means there can be more in the bin. Destroying it proper, and we do get a lot of cardboard in the house for some bizarre reason. Where are we going? Where's Ori
Printers
going?
not very easy to hate, aren't they, and Ali? And actually, we do have a broken printer sat about 6 feet away from me that we've already had to replace. It broke about a year ago. We had a printer that went mad, and you'd ask it to print something, and it wouldn't. And then an hour later, it would print it.
Oh, fuck's
And it
sake,
would vary,
that's the
so it wasn't
worst.
reliably an hour. Sometimes it would print fine, and sometimes it would just sort of pause for up to an hour.
Are we going for a very rowdy cage with some 3+ dodges here?
It's insane. We have to score this, don't we?
No, we're going for something. Are we?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're just staying there. What the?
Well, we saw this before when he was quite happy to stand next to the wrestler in a good defended position, or he doesn't seem to mind saying, "Okay,
But
a little bit of pressure can come. I can deal with it."
Okay, he just makes all the 3+. That's fine.
This doesn't feel super defended. Isn't there just a route along the sideline?
Yeah, there's yeah.
You can go around that stunned piece. That's okay. That's allowed.
It's,
So anyway, in short, we bought a new printer, and before I installed it, we just put it down in the room next to where the printer was. And for the next 4 months, the printer was perfect. Didn't make a single fault. We scared it into behaving properly, with the threat of replacing it.
Or do you just?
And in the end, we sent the new printer back because the old one was fine. And then it went on another 3 or 4 months, started behaving badly again, and this time we've just junked it. So I do have a disused printer here I could smash up live on stream. But I'd need to get cross first, wouldn't I, Core? I have to work on that bit, getting cross with dice.
What are we? I'm trying to figure out what Crystal's plan is.
Well, I mean, I thought it was really good last turn, but this turn I'm less clear. Last turn it was pressure the ball, make them score, and I've still got half a half and plenty of pieces, and I've been dominating this game. It should all be all right. This turn,
Are we going for the hit on?
I mean, surely we're hitting the ball, aren't we? But we're moving everyone else first. We're not hitting the ball.
No, we're leaving those two.
When hitting the ball was just there to be done. Because we've got, that move with a sidestep piece that then we're not in danger of being surfed, and then we could have hit from there, let alone from the edge. And why didn't we do that, Core?
I don't know.
Because
we're thinking at
normally I find hitting the one with the ball is the best way of getting the ball back.
I don't know. Are we thinking we can just get him to score and then we will have 4 turns and be fine? But that
I still think hitting the ball was a good way of doing that, but yeah, I mean, that has to be it. That has to be a score I dare thee. We haven't even put tackle on that ball.
No.
I mean, it's quick enough to run away, and then if the other I suppose it's okay. We've at least made the dodges difficult, so there's no real chance of a cage forming around.
No, but on the other hand, he did roll like 3+s last turn to make a screen, so it's
Yeah.
basically the same again. There's
I mean, we
pieces,
can bring
4
up the
pieces.
the 2 pieces up by the ogre are both a 3+ away from being able to
Yeah,
come and form part of a screen.
and we can blitz one of them free.
Yeah, we can blitz one free and use that to give an assist to the midfield piece on the wrestler. Just like that. And suddenly there's a place to go.
Ooh, that's bad.
Now that's very bad. Now there isn't a place to go. I mean, it's still a 1 in 9
I know
fail.
it's a
Isn't it?
reroll.
Amazons do that all the time.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not worried about the 1 in 36. That's clearly not going to fail. But it's whether the final piece comes with you.
It might be alright even if it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, that screen's reasonably rowdy. The huge problem is you really wanted the reroll to dodge off the piece on the frenzy tackle.
Oh, see what
it-
happened if you've been having tackle there?
Oof, yeah.
So now we're going down there instead, I guess. And that
Well,
works.
because now we can't. I mean, this piece we trusted would make it, but the final dodge, this one,
Yeah,
off the
we
tackle
cannot.
frenzy, we can't guarantee it works, so we probably shouldn't make it. But if we don't, he is still, even as far as we've gone, a 3+2+2+ from 1 die with tackle.
And we managed to spend the turn more.
Which is why we are trying to come with this piece to cover that. Oh dear. I mean, it's 3+2+2+. I think everyone else comes first, and then I think we try that. We've got to look more aggressive
Yeah,
if we're Chunter here, because at the moment Orielensis isn't buying this. Oh, little bit of pressure. It needs to be right up in his face.
and get the okra down
Right.
in the hole. I think we are looking. This just looks like we are setting off for. And then
Yeah,
we
I
get
think
an
we are
assist.
doing that hit.
I want the guards and Thermo might as well go into the next in besides the ogre, I think. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Semin, are you taking the guard mighty blow blitzer up around? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up down around. Hmm. 1, 5, 6, 7.
Problem is that he's leaving the catcher behind, just in case you've got a ball to try and sweep up and punt away.
But the catcher will be a nice assist.
Yeah, it really would.
I think we need to go for the assist.
Yeah, I think
Oh, shit.
we do. Oh.
Are you then abandoning the plan?
Do you blitz off and puts? Yeah, you blitz.
Yeah.
Well, with frenzy, you're getting further away. This is. Oh, it's not that I've always said I hate frenzy, but I have. This is one of the reasons I hate it.
Well, we can get him in.
Control. Yeah, we can get him in and on.
Yeah.
Okay, we've eye caged him. That's nice.
But we're also down to 1 reroll and 3 turns.
Yeah. Had to put that pressure on. This is the level of pressure that makes them score. Very difficult to see. I mean, it's possible, but it's very difficult to see how this is resolved other than by a score.
It's definitely the less risky version.
Might just do the straight 3+ here. Everything else is so overcomplicated.
And maybe take the 3+ to get the assist, and then blitz the tackle for the 2+. I don't hate that. If you have to do a 3+ anyway, that's naked. I will probably get a hit in on the guard mighty blow instead. So dodge down with the guard blocker.
And with sidestep, at least they've first got to knock me over rather than failing a dodge. And then I at least get to choose where. So, yeah, You stand people up and you do the 3+, and then you blitz out. Oh dear. He's not thinking of a pocket, is he? Can't be.
It definitely looks like it. And he just just takes the 3+, and he rolls. He's been timing the ones neatly.
Well, that's horrific.
And 2 go for it. Can he get? Oh, he can put 1 in front, but then that leaves still 1 dice. Oof. And now we... Oof, now it's 2 dice. Can the tackle get over to that?
Tackle can't.
Do we have any?
Quick. It's got away from the tackle.
Okay, so that's... guess that's one thing. The wrestle is down, so it's not getting wrestled, and for some bizarre reason we took the block with Frenzy instead of trying to dodge the Frenzy back home.
I know, it's absurd, but Frenzy then took us even further away from the point of everything. But no one ever listens to me about Frenzy. Like they never listen to me about piling on, even though I'm right about both of them, Core. So this is difficult because not only do we need to down him, we also need to recover the ball and somehow get rid of it, because otherwise we're losing it again. And because we haven't brought enough pieces back at all ever, and still haven't, which is why we've got this pointless hit we're doing up here. The odds of us doing all of that seem quite slim. But hey, let's Frenzy pile on this knight.
And the tackle cannot hit, so you're surely just moving the tackle into the middle of the pitch. And now we need to... What the fuck?
Okay, well, we can... That's... yeah, we can now 1 in 9 risk push the guy away rather than just...
2+.
There we go. Rather than just 2+ away.
And
it's better, like 1 less piece that can respond afterwards.
Yeah, and it was a power, but you needed the 6 to do it. And you need...
Similarly, we should probably take the hit with the ogre. No one's great surprise is the dodge. Doesn't even use his reroll. Wants to keep it dry.
Yeah.
And he will have 2 turns to win it. No, he's not going in yet. Oh, that's cheeky rude. There is just nowhere to go. That's just rude. That's poor etiquette in my book. Lovely. Make him pay.
Still pretty ish. You still that the tackle needs to get into the middle. For fuck's sake, Crystal. It's not doing anything out there. It needs to
neither
be.
of them have been for a while. And he needed to keep at least 1 free at all times. Yeah, I think Orielensis has created a somewhat foolish chance here that this is more difficult than it needed to be. At the very worst, it looks like it's a 3+ with built-in reroll. But still, if it just selected the dodge over the touchdown line, if it'd shown his opponent enough respect to understand that there was just no real feasibility of stalling, then he wouldn't even have that risk. I would love it if this went wrong, Cor.
Yeah, but it's a bit open there.
Okay, we're just doing that. Yeah. we're going to go with the 1 in 36, or we were, but we didn't get the POW.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He needs to stall this turn as well, otherwise he's not getting more.
It's now 2 1 in 36s.
Yeah, he might
He
stall.
can't.
He might
There's
just...
no stall. There's no stall.
If he takes away tackle and just rely on... he can dodge his tackle out now. Yep, and now it's just going to attack the tackle and relying on Crystal to fail something. Probably.
Again, Crystal hasn't. He's not in the best defensive shape. I liked where he put the guy in front of the ball carrier and the sidestepper, but I didn't particularly love the position this tackler came back to.
No, and with the other dude piling on means he's not responsive.
Yeah.
Just rolling all the dice.
Why not? It seems to work fine. Just one more piece in this equation.
And it makes it. There's still a bit of an odd shape and makes the 3+ there as well. Yeah, we agree. No, that's clearly. That was also pretty damn risky.
Yeah, it was all very risky. I didn't like it at all.
Oh, something failed. But he's made it possible again with Crystal, with splitting his tackle out of commission.
So the question has to be asked, Core. I mean, you're a man in one of those chairs. Has the JMEN run out of steam? Is it like a firework in the toilet? Is it all?
It's not been the
all
best season.
bark but no bite.
And to be fair, with a draw here, if
Are the
Dio,
JMEN yesterday's men?
Wolf and Dio can still win their games. But again, he needs to get somebody on the other side of this.
I think you'll find that at least one of the JMEN has a towering ego of self-defense, not scalable by the mere banter and chicanery of the young.
No, nobody called it terrible. I just said it risky. It's quite some dice. Nobody said it was terrible. I'd probably, to be honest, if it's been me, I've probably done the same. But I'm also
I would
pretty.
have done the same. I mean, it's taking advantage of the move 9 with sidestep very well.
And Christos allowed it would keep hunting that movement 6 piece.
Yeah, and isolating his own tackle pieces in slightly bizarre ways and places.
Yeah, that was the one I was by hunting the Bloodshot up field.
I mean, I said from the minute that they took the ball and broke the line, there wasn't enough pressure backwards to stop the stall.
Yeah.
And there never really has been. And the one time it got close, the Brettonians did pull some slightly dicey ball.
And now it...
And got away with it. It's been an impressive display, but there's some choices in it that I still think are going to cost you more than they're going to save you. But
I don't know.
perhaps
Was
that's
that
what needed to be done.
I guess.
Good evening, Milo.
Hi, Milo.
After this, I'm going to be off, disappearing for a bit, having a break, having a chat with the wife. Perhaps watch a Snowpiercer. Then there might be a fumble game I have to play. The White Owl League Cup, but I plan to perhaps pop online and do a little stream later.
Cool. I'll definitely look and see you on when I'm done. I'll play my TSD game after this.
I mean, yeah, the fumble is likely to be at 9 if it happens.
Okay.
Then I'd probably stream sometime like 10 or 10. So
yeah, okay.
after that.
So yeah,
it's probably starting till quite late tonight. TSD's been a bit of a disaster for me after Strider humbled my poor goblins. I had my shots against Throek, but his Amazons did the same in the end and won out 2-1 winners.
So
We had our chances.
Oh! Oh! Ho, 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 ho. Oh
Fortunately,
my! Oh, and where is that ball going?
Killed our chainsaw.
Ooh la la!
Well, see, this is the problem with stalling up. I mean, he did it well, but it did leave some chances for the right dice.
And that was the 3+
Still,
failed.
this probably gets done, but oof.
That's now just need to. If Crystal picks that up, that's a problem. He can make a cage-ish up behind the ochre with that ball.
Yeah, no, it should be gone.
I could even try to be more.
I mean, the only soul is the one in. It's a 1 in 36, isn't it? Let alone a 1 in 9. He's got a reroll. He's got AG4.
I guess by saving the team reroll, like doing it this way, is saving the team reroll. Or why are we? Okay. Which means now we need to double block that the other one if we don't get it down. I think the thing with going this way is, of course, you have to reroll, because if the dodge fails, you will still have reroll for 16 to try to get the ball back if needed. I think this is taking up too many pieces, but
yeah.
Gets him though.
We can still marginalize it even if it doesn't go down, but it does.
Yeah. So now
that
it's
should
alright.
be all she wrote.
And it's fun. But where is that tackle? Can we get out of? Can we be in situation where that tackle piece is not a problem? That's my only. I guess we just take the ball in the cage now in the middle of
I was going to stay in the cage, aren't we?
Yeah, I was about to say. I was thinking we were forming a cage farther away from the end zone, but with those KOs.
Yeah, just stay exactly where we are.
Yeah. I was about to say, do we need to do that hit? But
no!
And
we did.
Okay.
That's alright. It's fine.
Just about. We're not even... What? Okay, then we need to foul and we need to stun. I don't like that. Okay, he's giving Oya out, which is just putting somebody on the ball and hope the scatter's going to be something useful.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
I mean, I'm old school. I prefer the ball in my hands. I mean, this is safe. It's safe as houses. Even if you scatter this ball,
it could end.
There's only one spot it can bounce into, Core, where it's as a worry.
No, if it bounces into if it bounces into those guys, then scatters into the end zone.
Well, okay, then it could bounce, anywhere out the field as well.
That's not necessary.
But no, I mean, I would have it in my hands.
Oh, okay.
But
that
turns out it's fine.
But if it scatters to him and scatters to the end zone, it's suddenly 3+3+, or 4+4+ with a reroll. It's just, again,
or if it bounces over and goes out of the field, then it could have gone somewhere very pick-upable with a throw-in.
Yeah,
but and I'm with you. I would have had the ball in my hands, but it worked out all right.
Yeah, that seemed
it
like
wasn't terrible. It's just not what I would have chosen to do.
No, it's like they're not following up into the end zone. It's in the same type of situation.
It's perhaps yes. It's the little 1% here and there.
You got chunted.
But Chunter got it done for you.
Yes.
Well, that was some pretty good Blood Bowl again. You know, critical of it at times, but that doesn't mean it wasn't all pretty good.
No, that's the whole point of commentating, isn't it?
Yeah. whatever is there to be said and seen, I will say.
It
So,
makes a old squared round.
right, my wife's been frantically motioning at me, so I'm going to go and see what she wants. But as I said, I may have a cup game to play in about half an hour.